Awaken Cohort.
And welcome back to another episode of Awaken Command, Orion Pirates Plus Mod. I am Lieutenant Commander Tiark of the frigate GCS Triceracon, as we continue the war against our mortal enemies, the Romulan Star Empire. We are, of course, the lizard people, the Gorn themselves, the race that Kirk basically MacGyvered a cannon together with a couple of logs, straps, and coconuts, and, almost killed one of our warriors before making an impassioned speech about differences and all that. But anyway, we are here in our little frigate and continue our war. Things have just started. It is episode 2 of this series, and we have 1,131 prestige, which isn't bad. We need about 1,800, a little bit less than that, in order to get our first heavy cruiser, and we're really going to be gunning for that. But things so far are working in the direction that we want to go, so let's push out, continue into space, and accept the data recovery. We are way too small to try an asteroid-based assault. Asteroid-based assaults in something this tiny? No, we would die. Maybe with a Federation ship with plasma torpedo or photon torpedoes, but not this ship. Hello, we are escorted today by GCS Reptilicon, as well as GCS Galitho. It's not the Goliath, it's the Galitho, and we have to fight a snipe frigate over here, a frigate over here, and a WB plus. I'm remembering Warner Brothers Entertainment, watching WB cartoons as a kid. Anyway, so a snipe plus, and a WB plus. That makes you a warbird. Yes, you are the classic, the stereotypical Romulan warbird. Dangerous, deadly. Okay, none of these things. Very slow. Not fast. These are words you use to describe the warbird. Because Romulan vessels are basically, pre-warp designs. All of them. Well, not all of them. In this era, they're pre-warp design vessels that they then stuck a warp engine on and tried to make things. But this is the one thing that Romulan ships do very well. See this? This is an R-type plasma torpedo. We talked about this briefly in the last episode, but now we get to talk about it on a proper Romulan ship. The R-type plasma torpedo is the biggest, nastiest plasma torpedo in this game. It deals the most damage of any single weapon in the game, dealing 50 damage. It also takes an absolutely absurd buttload of energy, and it's not a particularly energy-efficient weapon in this game. So the amount of damage you get for the amount of points of power you put into it, not super great. The best weapon in that regard, by the way, is the Phaser 1 or the Phaser 3, depending on who you ask. And so this is essentially a light cruiser design with the biggest cannon they could possibly put on it. Okay, maybe Maulers beat this. But how often do we see Maulers on something this small? Not very often. So we do have a Wow Weasel ready, so we will be able to handle his torpedo when he fires it at us. And we go screaming like a little girl trying to get away from it because that is a lot of damage. But as you can see, he is chugging along at a speed of 5. What that tells you is the fact that he can't go very quickly. His ship is basically built around this weapon. Almost like a Mauler. Just because he's he's a proper light cruiser. He's now flown far enough away from the listening post. Actually, technically what we can do on this mission is just blow past everybody and go right for this, and we will technically win. Now, he is equipped with 4 Phaser 1s, which to a small frigate like us is actually a big deal. He will knife through our shields without even caring, and that plasma torpedo we can deal with using our shuttles. So it looks like the Galitho is dueling it out with this snipe, the RIS Mort, or Morte. Take your pick on your own pronunciation. Romulans are basically wannabe Romans. So, if any of you speak Latin, just interpret it that way. I never took Latin. They didn't offer that in high school. At least not when I got through there. So, we're just going to go with Morte. And over here, this other snipe is the RIS Shikra. Shikra? When I first glanced at it, I thought it said Shakira, and I was like, what? And he has gone into cloak. He's doing the very typical Romulan thing. He's playing very much World War II German U-boat submarine. He flew in. Now he's going to cloak. We know he's out there, but we can't target him with our heavy weaponry. And, then he's going to decloak, fire his massive torpedo, and flee. Well, he'll go back into cloak and try and charge the weapon. Our counter to this is to, let's pick up the speed, go around you, and actually play the objective for once, instead of, trying to murder everything on the map. We could beat him. I am reasonably certain I could beat him. I am 30% sure I could beat him. Increase speed, keep running. Now I'm 100% sure we can beat him. At this point, if he were to fire his plasma torpedo, he wouldn't even hit us. He just doesn't have the capability to do so. We're going to put our shields to the aft, and we're just going to keep on running. If we do this fast enough, both the Galitho and the Reptilicon will survive, And keeping them on the map would be pretty good. Of course, if these guys are an actual fleet on the map, and they do exist, I'll zoom in sometime and show you again. I haven't done it in a while. Yep, we're reading the data. If they are on the map, they get to stay on the map too, so we can't just delete them. So, data transfer complete, mission complete, because unlike normal, if we were to kill these guys, we would then have to run off the map. Because I don't know if it's a bug in code or what. So let's see how much. 350 prestige, totally worth just charging up, running by. And we did take the tile, we're at 1481. We're getting close to that point where we can start trying to buy things. A surprised reverse in a frigate. If we have friends, we can do this. If not, there's only so much we can do. Hit that red alert, increase that speed demon. All the way up to our cruising 5, 10, 15. We can go faster. Right there. 19.9999, because something about our warp coils tells us we can't do any faster than that. We have no friends, so we are fighting pirates, and it is a frigate, and a light cruiser. So you can guess what we're going to try and kill first. We're just going to send everything we can at the light cruiser. And every point of power that we get, we're going to spend into shooting things. And into speed. So as soon as this comes up, we're going to increase speed, because I need that plasma torpedo charged and ready to go. More power. Yeah, we're not quite able to charge at full power. So 13.7, 14.7. What? There's something weird going on there. 13.7, 12.7, 13... What? I don't understand. Are you charging properly or not? I'm confused by this. Why is there like a full point of power jump? Is this just something Gorn, like they're slow and so they have this massive power sink every time they hit certain levels? Because it looks like our plasma torpedo is charging. So we're at full speed. We're going to increase the speed of time because we need to get close in order to deal damage, and it's going to take a while to get there. So run, full speed, SRL 0. We really can't take too many of these guys on, so if we kill at least 3 of them, we've got a chance. Slow down to normal speed. No, we'll keep it at full power because we may as well until the overrun. We're going to get right on top of him. Full speed ahead. That's an excellent philosophy. I approve. We hit him for 12 damage. And the phasers didn't fire because I didn't have them selected. We did another 17 damage with the phasers. So our phasers did more damage than a plasma torpedo. Yeah. How is that even possible? Does that not show armor? Because we hit him at point-blank range. That plasma torpedo should have done 20 damage. So I'm not quite certain what's going on there, but we are about to pull in, and we're going to park. We are literally going to park here, so we can just continue to fire at him as fast as we possibly can. Slow down. We are at less than a range of 1. Continue to fire. 20 damage with the phasers. Yeah, we're just going to sit here. Also, all power to forward shields if you don't mind. We're going to need it for the splashback from the plasma. Increase the speed of time because we've got nothing to do until that happens. Come on. Another shot. Another 22 damage. Shocked a lot of systems. Unfortunately, we can't shoot him yet. Or we haven't killed him yet. Fire the plasma torpedo. It did 16 damage. Oh, so he fired his point defense systems and it weakened it. So he doesn't have a whole lot left, but he does have 2 plasma Fs and a plasma D. If he ever does... the destroyer just went active. Slow down the speed of time. Let's come in here to defensive tractor beams. Turn on 1. I did hear a missile fire. All weapons fire. Didn't work. Hi, we've got incoming missiles. This is not good. Okay, here's my plan. We're going to finish him off, and then we're going to run. Stern shields have been damaged. Is our shield reinforced? Yeah, there's a 360-degree reinforcement. And any number of weapons would be really nice if they were online right now. And we still don't have mines. That's a lot of missiles for me to have to deal with. So we've taken quite a bit of damage, and we should be running right now. We only hit him for 8 damage. Not good. Okay, here's my plan. It's a genius plan, I'm sure. I'm sure you'll all agree. Genius plan. We're going to try a high-energy turn with a Gorn. It's an 83% chance to succeed, but if Warhammer has taught me anything, we're going to fail. So the ship is now offline. We have taken considerable damage, and we are unable to maneuver. Unable to do much of anything, really. And he's beamed a whole bunch of mines onto us. So my plan of, trying to blow up the full speed ahead has not worked out at all. He had 10 people on board that ship. Can I please have helm control? Something restored? Can I fire due to general systems failure? It's so nice that the crew of this vessel just cannot keep it working. Come on, keep turning. Stay below a speed of 4. Otherwise that'll happen. Keep turning. Gotta keep turning. Stabilizing containment is not working. Okay, so his missile set it off, which makes sense, I guess. Come on, let's turn. I need to get a single plasma torpedo shot into him, and he's dead. I'm sure of it. And then we need to run. So, come on. Let's kill the light cruiser with this surprise reverse. There we go. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Yes, we got him. Okay, full speed. We're out of here. Another vessel should be coming online at any moment. Holy crap. Accelerate faster? Gorn ship? I'm asking a Gorn ship to accelerate. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Oh, stay straight and narrow. We're outrunning him very barely. Crap. Because he's gonna start shooting at us with his disruptor. And that disruptor is gonna slow us down. I need more speed. I need all the speed you can give me. Come on, Lizard Scotty. Give me more power. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. We've used our last repair part too. We're doing 19.6 and fleeing. I hope we get some prestige for this, because if we just came on this mission, blew up a light cruiser, and then left and got nothing for it, that's just going to be so very painful. I don't even know how to explain it other than so very painful. Oh, crap! So another destroyer just came active and immediately fired on us. Luckily he missed, so he doesn't have a very good aim. And we are slowly extending the range out. By slowly, I mean much faster now, because he did slow down. However, I am assuming he's going to be able to maintain a speed of higher than 25.7. We took a hit from them. We're down to 22.7, so we lost 3 points of speed. Oh, no. And unfortunately, the map is not showing me just where the border is. And I have no mines. And attack. No, the shuttle bay is offline. Haha, not good. Would you please leave me alone? I don't want to fight you. I just want to leave. I can get 12 points of speed if I do this. Not great. No! Shoot! Wrong button. I think I just killed us. I'm certain I just killed us. Oh, yeah. We're dead. We are dead. So, I pressed the wrong button and got us killed. Whoops. Yeah, that does happen on occasion. Not very often, but it does on occasion happen. I think it's happened once before where we pressed the wrong button and died. A devastating defeat, apparently, even though we managed to kill something bigger than us. We're now in the GCS Swiftfoot, and missions are proceeding. It is a GFF. Let's pop over into here. We need a frigate. Yeah, just this. So, the exact same ship we were in. I don't like this ship. We could almost buy an Allosaurus Rex command cruiser. We are literally 7 points away from affording it. Is that not some of the most crying stuff you've ever seen? Mission! Surprise! Forfeit! No, I'm not doing that mission again. We're still in the Swiftfoot. Patrol. Please, give us missions that we're supposed to do. If we send on a convoy mission, I'm betting it'll send us like light cruisers at us. Because it likes to do that. Hit the red alert, increase the speed. We need 7 points, guys. It's the Crow, who has been heavily damaged, as well as the GCS Protector, which is also another freighter. We have finally found the enemy. Wait, apparently. Okay, yeah. So we have found the enemy. It is an Orion frigate. We're also going to come in here, prep that. We'll increase our speed to about there-ish. And we'll come into the forward shields. Just the forward shield, please. Reinforce to the maximum. Thank you. He is an Orion leader. And all weapons charged, ready to rock. He does have a fusion beam, which is only effective at point-blank range, and a missile launcher, which is effective at any range you want. He also has a single ARAC missile defense system, which is not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, Unfortunately, we're not well set up for point defense. Our phasers are set up for beaming and killing people. As you can see, they are phaser 1s, which are fantastic weapons. And those phaser 1s will do a decent amount of damage. They take a full point of energy, and they take a full turn to charge. This is not a point defense armament by any stretch of the imagination. Point defense armament would be phaser 3s. They take half a point of energy to charge. Now, granted, they do a lot less damage, but, you know, for half a point of energy, that's really nice. It means that it doesn't matter if you have to waste one to fire on a missile, but we lose an entire third of our battery if we have to put one of our phaser 1s into shooting down missiles. So we try to avoid such things. And we gotta come up to a different angle. Oh, yeah. Pulled away just in time. Unfortunately, instead of, you know, just letting that missile trail behind us for all eternity, which was my plan, the phaser decided we needed to pick it off. I suppose I can't be too angry at it, but I can be a little bit angry about it. Boom. And we'll start doing nice, long, jousting attacks. Are you out of missiles already? Plasma torpedo to the stern. He's starting to lose systems power. Look at that. Down to a speed of 7.6, 6.1. He's on his last legs. It's coming. Don't think this phaser attack will do him. But that will if it gets through. It did. It did not kill him, though. I'm surprised about. Gotta arc around this, which does give our weapons time to charge, gives us a good position to come in for the final attack, and we'll slow down to a normal people time, and we'll get in nice and close. The kill is mine. No, he got it. I wanted that kill, man. I lined up everything for it, and you just... thief. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna be in a ship so big you never even knew. You'll never even realize. You'll say, I can't believe that I insulted the captain of the Swiftfoot by taking away his kill. 168 prestige, that's just enough. Back home. Shipyard high, we're back. 1488. Is that the best thing we can buy? Unless we want to buy a truly monstrous early dreadnought, but we can't afford that. So yes, 1488. Buy the command cruiser. The Swiftfoot. Really, game? Really. Game. You don't get to do that. And ship, I'm punishing you. I'm going to name you the GCS Littlefoot. For those of you who happen to watch animation when you were younger, animated movies, you may recognize the reference. If not, go Google it. And get back to me with your suggestions on what you think it means. I know what it means. I'm sure most of you know what it means. Now let's do a surprise first. Now we're in a command cruiser. We're going to do a surprise reverse properly this time. Yes, preparing for combat. Let's increase speed. Let's see how fast the ship can get. It's actually pretty fast. I did not realize that Gorn ships were so quick. I am doing the same speed of 19 that I was before. And I'm charging 2 Plasma G torpedoes. Now, the Plasma GF is the smallest torpedo. The Plasma F is little tiny and green. The next, not really size, but the next one in power... Oh, we quickly need to go through. We are escorted today by GCS Eradicator, which I'm assuming is just a normal CA. Please tell me that, fleet screen? No, it's a CL. So the difference between a CA and a CL is 2 phaser 1s in the front, 2 phaser 1s in the back. Well, with the exact same plasma torpedo armament. We are also escorted today by GCS Camillicon, which has 2 phaser 2s and 2 phaser 3s. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted by rudely ignoring the introductions that I need to make for my bestest friends, there are 4 types of standard Killy plasma torpedoes. They are F, G, S, and R. So the F is the little tiniest one. It's green. It does 20 damage when it hits. It only hits at a very close range. The Type G plasma torpedo, also known as the Gorn plasma torpedo. Yes, we get our own plasma torpedo named after us. It deals the exact same 20 damage, but it will deal that damage out to a longer range. So the plasma maintains coherency further out. The Plasma S is a larger plasma torpedo. It is nice, powerful, and I think it's probably the most efficient plasma torpedo. It deals, I believe, 30 or 35 damage. And the largest, of course, is the Type R. It is bright red, and it deals 50 damage, and when somebody shoots that at you, you go, oh god, what did I do? So it looks like my little friend has decided he wants to fire his plasma torpedoes. That is okay by me. We're going to set up for our phasers only to do this overrun. Wasn't enough. Get the plasma torpedoes involved. Boom. That's what plasma does. So yeah. Plasma torpedoes, of course, the most powerful weapon in the game for raw crunch damage. Phaser 4s will give it a run for its money, but since you don't get to use Phaser 4s, it's not really something that we put into our equation when we say what's the biggest, best, baddest thing. And again, lovely backgrounds. Just gorgeous. Jealous. So jealous of that background. The Paliard. So the G-type plasma torpedoes we may be stuck with for a little while, just because of the way the Gorn do things. They are slow, they're reptiles, they don't exactly innovate. In fact, when we finally hit the X-type series, when other races are getting things like, you know, heavy photon torpedoes, okay, so they're not exactly very original either. But we come up with the plasma snare, which slows down ships with plasma fire when we hit them. And then we also get the plasma turntable, which literally just gives us wider arcs on plasma torpedoes, which is a little weird, because we already have really wide arcs on these plasma torpedoes anyway. As you can see, we're not particularly maneuverable. We are trying to bring our forward weapons to bear on this frigate, and it's not working at all. We do, however, have a 100% chance to pull off a high-energy turn, unlike our frigate, which had a, I believe, 85% chance to pull off that turn, and failed it, thus resulting in the destruction of the Swiftfoot. Was it the Swiftfoot? No, it was the Triceracop, which was a much cooler name than, you know, the Littlefoot that we are now. But I'm punishing the game because the game decided that it was going to give us two ships named identically in two different classes. Bad game. Be better. Should probably go after him. He is technically a destroyer. We'll select phasers only. Also, let's set up our plasma torpedo hardpoint. So we got 1 for phasers, 2 for plasma torpedoes. And unlike most races, we won't have to mix and match too much. I'm going to hit you with only some of my phaser fire, because I want to save most of it for when I bombard him with massive plasma torpedo volleys. Get on top of you. You're dead. Come around to you. All weapons select, and we'll hit it with a club. A nice, big, nasty club. And it's always nice. We're only in episode 2. We've managed to get ourselves into a heavy cruiser. Granted, Gorn heavy cruisers are kind of cheaper, I believe, than the other heavy cruisers that we got. Weren't they 1,700 when we moved into the Hydron heavy cruisers? I think the initial jump was 1,700, and here it's only 1,488 for a command cruiser. Double yo money. I want to make sure it's clear to everybody. This game was made around the year 2000. So, 72 damage in that. Not bad. We will then, of course, be able to come around with 2 more phasers once he gets to our stern arc. Fire the stern weapons. It did an additional 13. So, a 5 and 13. So, not horrible. We've damaged a lot of systems. So there are 3 other types of plasma torpedoes in this game, aside from the standard FGSR. The other 3 are the Plasma X, which is a super fast plasma. Okay, so there's 4 extras. The Plasma X fires very, very fast. And I don't mean like rapid fire plasma. Oh crap, we're going to have to take that because I didn't prep anything. I didn't expect you to do anything. You were just supposed to die. Fire phasers, please. If you don't mind. There you go. The Plasma X fires a plasma torpedo which is much faster than a normal normal plasma torpedo. The advantage of this being that, you know, it's harder to get away. If an enemy ship is running away at maximum speed, the Plasma X will catch it. However, the Plasma X also dissipates a lot faster than normal plasma torpedoes, so it loses energy very quickly. In the end, I think it comes to about the same range, like overall. But yeah, so then there is the plasma snare, which we talked about. Every time you successfully hit the opponent, I think you have to hit the hull. It slows them down because it requires more power to their engines. And then there is the plasma D. The plasma D is the defensive plasma torpedo. It is basically the plasma equivalent of the anti-missile defense system. It fires an entire plasma torpedo, small plasma torpedo, at every small target like fighters, missiles. Against fighters, they're brutally effective. However, 1 plasma torpedo is not enough to kill a fighter squadron. So, because it will only fire 1 plasma torpedo per target, it can take a little while to take out fighters. And the final one is the I-type plasma torpedo, and it only fires backwards. That's legitimately a thing. It shoots backwards and also has some defensive capabilities. So we have managed to capture... Well, basically we've pushed out the main border, so we're pushing towards the Romulan Star Kingdom at a relatively decent rate. Let's pull in home. I took 11 points of damage because it was stupid, but we're learning. We're getting better. We're learning how to play Gorn. We're also going to take this opportunity to buy a whole bunch of stuff. Yes, I know that I'm buying stuff for the Swiftfoot, but we do need to keep the Swiftfoot equipped just as much as we do. And we have 6 shuttles. So we will go up to... no, we're at a good place for Marines. We'll go up to maximum mines, because mines can be useful on occasion. Yeah, we spent quite a bit of cash refitting the fleet. At some point, I may just sell the Swiftfoot. But yeah, it's nice we're now at a heavy cruiser. We can now start really pushing out into the Romulan Star Kingdom. So here's the situation as things stand now. We have reduced the gap between us and the Romulan Star Kingdom, and we now know that they have a station over here on the west side and a planet over here on the east side. I'll probably try and go for the east side just because I like holding planets more than I like holding stations. But anyway, that's going to do it for an episode. I've been Tarak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment. Did you get the Littlefoot reference? And I will see you all in the next episode.